Good afternoon everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Sam, I work after the UK sales for Duncan Taylor, and today we're going to be looking at another absolute classic cocktail, the Old Fashioned. So here's one for all you Don Drapers out here, for all you guys that love Mad Men. This is an absolute classic cocktail, loads of Scotch, should be having it midday while just at a business meeting, something like that. So for this one is a classic dark spirit cocktail, bourbon, Scotch, anything along those lines. Let's have a look at what we're going to put in it. So today I'm looking at and I'm focusing on the Black Bull Kyloe. The Black Bull Kyloe here is a premium blended whiskey. We call it a premium blended whiskey, not because it's expensive, but because it's actually got a really high malt content as opposed to a lot of other blended whiskies on the market. This one in particular, all of the whiskies in there are from Speyside and they're matured in American oak casks. So you get all of that lovely vanilla-iness, the toffee notes, all of that kind of thing through there. So like a stereotypical Speyside whiskey, and it's bottled at 50% ABV as well, so you get a nice little kick of alcohol on the finish there. And it's a delicious dram, that one. There's not too much to an old fashioned, so what else we're going to put in it? We're going to put some Angostura Bitters. Everyone should have seen this little bottle on their back bar somewhere, or in a bar, or maybe in the back of your cupboard at home. You never know. And for this one, I'm actually going to use golden syrup as my sweetening agent. So what I've done is I've just made up a little golden syrup 1-to-1 again, so equal parts of golden syrup to water, just mixed it down, and I'm going to put that in it. And that's pretty much it actually for this. We're going to garnish with a little bit of orange peel, and it's just going to be stirred down a little bit. Let's have a look at some of the equipment that I've got for this. Don't need your shakers for this one. It's going to be a stirred down cocktail, so the dilution of the ice is going to lengthen out the drink a little bit. I've got just a glass for mixing in. I've got a strainer for getting rid of the old ice once we refresh the ice. And I've got my measure again there as well. So let's have a go at making it. So for this, we're going to go for a large shot of the lovely Kyloe, so double shot, 50 mils. It's going to go into the glass like so. Then we're going to put in 2 to 3 dashes of Angostura Bitters, depending on how much you like of that. And then I'm going to put in, I like mine quite sweet, so I'm going to put in 25 mils of the sugar syrup. So sugar syrup is quite a contentious decision when it comes to making an old fashioned. A lot of people like to stir it down. A lot of people you'll see in bars and things, and it'll take maybe 5 to 10 minutes to make a drink because you just see the guys just stirring the cocktail down and stirring it down. What they're waiting for there is they're putting either granulated sugar, brown sugar, or white sugar, and they're just waiting for it to dissolve in the water. But what I've done just to speed things up, and what you'll see in more and more bars around town, is people use sugar syrup or something, just because then the dilution's already done, it's a bit quicker. Anyway, I'm going to add in some ice now. We're going to stir it down a little bit, and then we'll get this cocktail made. So I've just got a little bit of ice in here. I'm just going to add a couple of ice cubes in there, and I don't have a spoon. I have lost it, as I've mentioned. No one yet has donated a new one in yet, so I'm just going to stir that down a little bit. Just get that nice and cold. Give it a little taste. Making cocktails is a lot like making food. Always taste along the way. You can always add things to make it taste a little bit better. You can always take things away by balancing it out a little bit more. So if you're making a citrus one, you can add a little bit of salt, and that just takes a little bit of the citrus away from it. You could add some sugar as well. It just balances it out a little bit. But for me, I think that's just about perfect. So I've got a glass in the freezer, and I've even got some fancy old-fashioned ice cubes. So for this, I'm using a kind of it's a rocks glass again, an old-fashioned glass is what some people would call it. And I've got one of these nice ice cube balls. I'm just going to pop in there. Nice and simple. I'm just going to pour this over the top of there. And on this one, we're going to garnish with some orange peel. So I've just taken the orange peel off. I'm just going to give it a little squirt so you get some of those orange aromas on there, and then run it around the rim of the glass just again so you get it all nicely on there. I'm going to give it a little twist and pop that in there like that. And that is a Black Bull Kyloe Old Fashioned. Cheers. See you again, guys.